to Mobile Legends. 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Exits deployed. Smash them.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the reporters of today's topic entitled Teaching Activities, Aids, and Supporting Materials. Glidel Lucusin, Miss Genevieve Ingaling, and Miss Apple Ken Iscario.
Objectives. Define the meaning of teaching activities, aids, and supporting materials. B. Value the roles of supporting materials or instructional materials in aiding the student in a remedial class. C. Choose effective teaching aids for remedial learners.
Good day, everyone. So I am the first reporter, Scario Appleton, with the assigned topic of teaching activities. What is teaching activities? So the activities of educating or instructing, activities that impact knowledge or skill. So students learn through their participation in the attainment of knowledge by getting information and processing it by solving problems and articulating what they have discovered. According to Scolo 1986, so the teacher fundamental task is to get students to engage learning activities that are likely to result in achieving the intended learning outcome. So it is helpful to remember that what the student does is actually more important than what the teacher does. Yes, as a teacher, you should know that as well. So, here are some teaching activities that will enhance the learner's capability to think critically, also to enhance their skills in different aspects. So, first is debate. Debate is a verbal activity in which two or more differing viewpoints on a subject are presented and argued. So, debate enhances student conceptual understanding and defines listening abilities. So each group will make a stand about a certain topic and must defend the opposite side of their personal opinion. Next is game or interview or role play. So each member of the class take the part or perspective of historical figures like authors or other characters and must interact from their perspective. Okay, next is think, pair, share. So this is the type of activity first as students to consider questions on their own and may also then provides an opportunity for students to discuss in pairs and finally together with the whole class. So this activity which dealing with questions to encourage deeper thinking problem, solving problem and or critical analysis of the student in a way that your student were engaged and communicate not only their partner but also to the whole class. Next is writing, peer review writing task. So this is the type of activity to assess student with the writing assignment, encourage them to exchange data with a partner. So this activity gives the student opportunity to organize their own thoughts and let the partner read the essay and write a quick response. So each of them to learn a lot from each other and themselves as well. Next is brainstorming. This type of activity is the post of problem or questions or introduce a new topic to begin the session. So brainstorming is a great way to get students thinking and making connection between a new knowledge and what they are already aware of. So it can help students learn to work together and learn from each other. Okay, next is peer instructions. Peer instructions may offer some of the richest opportunities for metacognitive teaching. It is enables students to evaluate their understanding of the instructor explanation. The next one is concept map. So this activity is the learners can use concept map to discover connection between what they already know with new inside the game. Concept map provide a great way to understand the new concept details. Okay, for the last one is the role play. Role play may be done as a whole class or in a small group to enable students to gain insight into diverse situations and perspective.
Teachers go to various lengths to ensure that the learning is effective. Students need to understand the concepts in the best possible way. Teaching aids can be videos, working models, presentations, and likewise. Teachers make use of teaching aids in the classroom to make classes more interesting and effective. There are different kinds of teaching aids, such as visual aids, audiovisual aids, and likewise. The advancement of technology has given teachers a wide variety of options to choose from. In this video, we will be discussing the types of teaching aids and the importance of teaching aids. Without further ado, let's deeper into the topic. What is teaching aids? Teaching aids are tool and equipment used in teaching as a supplement in classroom instruction to enhance the interest of students. So, teaching aids are necessary today. It promotes students to learn and engage them in learning in various engaging ways. Also, teaching aids enable all students of the class to participate actively and they can relate the topic to real life situations. Types of teaching aids. There are many different types of teaching aids that can be used in class. First, visual. Visual aids use sense of vision. It includes actual objects, charts, maps, flash, cards, pictures, final board, whiteboard, flip charts, model, and others. Visual aids convey concepts and lessons with more clarity and effectiveness. For example, a math teacher can bring wooden models of pyramids and large protractors to teach in a better fashion. And now, the most classes have moved online. Teachers used interactive slides and presentations to explain concepts better. Note that this is better than textbooks, image, and visuals. Visual aids also appeal to visual learners and help them understand the lessons better. Audio. Audio aids are common teaching tool which include classroom stereo system, individual headsets, radio, and etc. This teaching aid targets to enhance the listening and communication skills of the students. There are some students in every classroom who are auditory learners. Such students can get benefit with audio aids. Audio aids are included audio content such as gramophone, radio, telephone, teleconferencing, and tape recorders in which students develop their mental powers and hearing powers by listening to contents. Audiovisual. These aids can have a great impact on teaching. It involves the sense of vision as well as hearing. It usually requires television, digital, video player, projection, films, strips, and etc. Technology has developed and enhanced the experience of students with the addition of audiovisual educational aids. With the help of different types of teaching aids, the teachers makes teaching and learning interesting and attractive. It helps students in their mental development. With its help, the teachers saves time in explaining any topic. So, teaching aids are important tools in the education system. The importance of teaching aids. Teaching aids play an important part in teaching learning process. It presents information in a new and helpful manner so that students get a better understanding of what they are taught. The importance of teaching aids are the following. Teaching aids motivate the students so that they can learn better. Through teaching aids, the teacher clarify the subject matter more easily. Teaching aids can facilitate the proper understanding to the students, which discourage the act of cramming. Teaching aids helps to increase the vocabulary of the students more effectively. It also saves time and money. Teaching aids make the classroom live and active, avoid dullness, and also provide direct experience to the students. The effectiveness of teaching aids depends on certain qualities. First, accessibility. Teaching aids must be made available to both teachers and all students within a classroom. The accessibility of these tools also helps students familiarize themselves with technology. Second, usability. Teaching aids are more effective when both students and teachers are familiar with aids' mode of operation and intended purpose. So, before choosing a teaching aid for your classroom, ensure that you and your students are conversant with such a tool. Visibility. Educational aids must be visible to ensure easy navigation. Boards must provide convenient visual platforms which students can observe and copy information from. Dry erase boards use markers which must be easy to wipe away. Electronic boards or whiteboards should also link directly to a teacher's computer to display information that can be altered directly or remotely. Also, interactively, educational aids become essential when they encourage participation from learners. The greater the degree of interactivity, the greater the benefit as to the student. Making learning relevant is the goal of every educator. Hence, the needs for educational aids, but to sustain the interest of students, be less mechanical when using these aids. Remain enthusiastic and spontaneous while implementing different methods in your teaching approach.
This time, I will going to report the teaching materials. What is teaching materials? Is a genetic term used to describe the sources teachers use to deliver instructions. Teaching materials can support students' learning and increase student success. There are three types of teaching materials, which are the non-technical or traditional materials, and the mechanical, and also the audiovisual teaching materials. The example of the traditional materials are objects, pictures, toys, flashcards, sentence cards, wall charts, grids, maps, models, and etc. The traditional materials are concrete. When we say concrete, it is existing in a material or physical form and we can touch it. While the mechanical technical materials is a system, devices, and apparatus that present and adapt information during the teaching process in order to improve the process effectiveness. These are the examples of mechanical materials: visual slide, transparent slide, application material, scheme, and one of the nice example of this teaching material is the projector. That most of our instructors use this kind of teaching material, especially when we are in face-to-face classes. And the third one is the audiovisual teaching materials. Audiovisual teaching materials are those things can be understood by observing visual aspect of anything. According to the Librarian Glossary, 1987, AVM is a non-book materials like tape, sound film, loops, sound film, television programs, and video fragments. Facts of teaching materials. Teaching materials are not a complete way of teaching, but an aid to learning. It is not necessary to require in all lessons and subjects. A teacher can use it according to topics and need of students. Use of too many materials in one lesson may distract attention from the main topic and cause negative effect. If it should be relevant to the subject, if students can see the real things, then teaching materials should be avoided.